Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you, and let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen here. Okay, well, we know about the first phase, the European deal, that came out today. And also, just after that, we saw the financials came out for end of the year. So we're going to get into that. So let's talk about Ilus. And at the end of this video, towards the end of it, I'm going to also go over some of my past history. Y'all seemed to like that yesterday. Actually, I think it was yesterday I did an Ilus video. And I just wanted to continue down that path a little bit, show you some more of my history. You seem to like my pictures from where I was in my hair band, and then, you know, some of the big groups I was almost in. So we'll continue down the path with that, since that seemed to go over pretty well. All right, Ilus International confirms its investment project and manufacturing facilities for Ilus EV Technologies in Serbia, and that's Kakak. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. In Kakak, Serbia, it says Ilus International remains focused on their M&A strat, mergers and acquisitions. They've already had 7 acquisitions in 14 months during the Rona, which is fantastic. I take my hat off to them over that. That's ridiculous. They pulled that off. So they're proceeding with its first investment project in Serbia, which includes the acquisition of manufacturing facilities for the Ilus EV Technologies. They're going to be doing EV vehicles, obviously. More facilities for other Ilus subsidiaries are to be announced further down the line. It says over the next 8 years, this current investment project is expected to provide employment to thousands of Serbians and generate several €100 million for the city and Ilus EV Technologies. It says the forward-thinking city is undergoing a rapid industrial expansion, aiming to become Serbia's leading producer of renewable energy technology. And that city, Kakak, actually has a lot of facilities. They're really trying to become a place that makes a lot of products, especially high-tech vehicles, for Europe and around the world. It says Ilus is committed to investment in the city, and the city is committed towards supporting the growth of the Ilus EV Technologies. The investment project forms part of the strategy implementation of the mayor there. And it says the mayor supports the Ilus EV Technology investment project and is optimistic about the benefits. And the mayor said, I'm both excited and very proud of this investment because it's creating thousands of jobs and growing our local economy. We're pleased to partner with Ilus in Serbia to create more innovative products and solutions that will benefit our environment and showcase Serbia's great capability to the rest of Europe and the world, said the mayor. It says, in partnership with the city and the Serbian government, Ilus EV Technologies will begin manufacturing its e-Raptor range of commercial electric utility vehicles at a large facility on the outskirts of the city. The facility will be home to end-to-end manufacturing process of the complete e-Raptor EUTV range, as well as component parts for the electric vehicle industry. The e-Raptor range manufactured in Serbia will consist of 6 vehicle types, ranging from the entry-level 4x2 right up to the top of the range 6x6. The range will also include innovative lightweight 4-seater passenger transportation vehicles. It says by 2029, revenue for Ilus EV Technology expected to reach hundreds of millions per year. So that tells you that's probably going to be the spinoff, or one of, that'll probably wind up on the NASDAQ, I would think. So the city was chosen by Ilus because of its support of innovative technology, and also it's a great geographic position near sea and airports, and the European and global exports is a key factor as its location near the modern Corridor 11 pan-European highway, which efficiently connects the city to the rest of Europe. And here it talks about all the other big companies that are building there, because obviously it's they're obviously very pro-growth and easy to work with there. So I can understand a lot of these big companies like Audi and BMW and Volkswagen wanting to go there where they can get things done cheaper. And here's where it talks about that. Serbia has an attractive automobile manufacturing industry with highly regarded free zones. So obviously a lot of tax benefits there. And our understanding is too that they've got government contracts that Ilus is involved in. So I think that's part of the deal, according to Nick Link. And then Nick said, we are excited about the commencement of this partnership with the Serbian government and the forward-thinking city. Working closely with the city, who are focused on creating employment and growing their local economy. It says, we are pleased to confirm the manufacturing facilities for Ilus in Serbia. Over the last few weeks, the scope of this investment project has actually grown exponentially more than we originally anticipated. So obviously while he was over there, they must have got excited, the city, and decided, hey, why don't you do some more stuff here? And he says, this is ultimately to the greater benefit of Ilus and its shareholders. Therefore, we will release further information on the site and deal structure once the final administration is completed, said Ilus CEO Nick Link. And we know we're waiting on phase 2. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be a phase 3. All right, let's take a look exactly where this is. Okay, here's Serbia right here. Here's Romania, and this is where, people were talking about maybe it'd be in Romania, but that didn't make sense because Nick said it did not border Ukraine, and that was a concern. So this obviously isn't being as affected by the war over there. So Serbia being down south here, and it is close to the water. I don't see that it would have a port, but let's see, Belgrade. So probably easier to see right here. There's Serbia. So we now know where it's located. Like I said, there was a lot of rumors that it was Romania, but obviously Serbia. All right, let's take a look at the E-Raptor. Here's one right here. And let's go down the gallery here. So that's the E-Raptor. Kind of gives you an idea. And it sounds like they're going to be doing, 6 different vehicles. So they're obviously going to be designing some more as well. All right, now we got the financials. They came in. And let's see what we're looking at here. The balance sheet. Let's see, they got just under 200 grand in cash. They've got other current assets of 13.7 million, total current assets of, and other assets, 31.5 million in total assets, current liabilities of 13.5 million. So they've got about $18 million worth of equity. So balance sheet's pretty solid. I'd like to see more cash up there, but when I show you the profit and loss, this is a company that's making money, so it's not as important. It's not critical. Let's see, the profit and loss for the quarter, they did 4.7 million, cost of goods sold 3 million. They had a gross profit of 1.7, $1 million in expenses, net ordinary income of 659, and then a net income of just under $1 million. So that's on almost, 22% profit on gross sales. That's real solid. This is a profitable sector of fire and safety, so I'm not shocked by that. And let's take a look at the end of the year. They did 11.2 million, 3.7 million in gross profit, 1.66 in net ordinary income. And then it shows other income and expenses of 12.3 million with net income of 13.9 million. I don't know the breakdown of this other income and expenses, but obviously a nice profitable company. No problem there at all. Looks like they're at least at 15% in their net ordinary income. So, they've got a nice profit margin. And remember, this is an OTC stock. Name me an OTC stock that comes out and it's making money. There are very few and far between, I can tell you that. This is a different duck. Also, remember, Ilus is planning on going to the OTCQB. They're going to uplist to that for the company itself, and they have confirmed the appointment of official auditors. I like that. I like it when financials are audited. Not that I have a bunch of concerns, but I want to see that financials are audited. That just makes me more comfortable as an investor. And the fact that they're being proactive tells me, hey, they want people to be comfortable with their financials. So that's a positive. All right, let's see what's going on with our friends, the shorts. They're a little bit down. They're down to 33%. They're probably a little concerned about this thing popping up. We had a lot of volume yesterday, as you can see, and it popped up to 18 cents, but then it popped back down. And like I say, it's not that they necessarily were lower in their volume, but we just had more people buying. And like I said, it did pull back down. All right, the stock is actually flat today. I think the financials may have come out later in the day, so that may have had something to do with that. But the market was down today. The NASDAQ was down about 200 points, and the market sentiment got very negative. They released, I think the president's getting ready to release a bunch of oil from the oil reserve. I don't know long term if that does much for the oil prices, but short term there'll be a little bump down. But the inflation numbers the Fed got, they weren't happy with. I think their core inflation was much higher than it's been in 40 years. I think it was like 5-point-something% minus food and fuel. So that's a number they really look at. So that's making everybody think they're probably going to do a 0.5 point move, and probably that's going to make the market nervous because higher interest rates, higher cost for the money, slows down business, etc. And yesterday I showed you folks some pictures back in the heyday, back in my days where like I said, I was in that 80s hair band, And then, of course, I did some hair modeling for a few years so I could make some money on the side. I told you about missing out on that one big band, but there was another band after that I missed out on, and it was really a pop band. And this one, not only did I think I had the job and they did the pictures for the album and all that, but they even had me in some videos. But they wound up replacing me with somebody that I think they did it because he was younger, and I think it was some ageism is what happened, because they said, yeah, you're 40 years old, you really can't be in a pop band. But here was one of the pictures from where I thought I was going to be the lead singer. And here I am right here. There's Mr. Frugal, as you can see, and it was a boy band, but I mean, I was really good in it, and I think had they stayed with me, they would have been successful. They had some success with the guy they brought in. I think his name was Timberlake or whatever, and he's had a little bit of success, but they would have had a lot more with me. And you can see, I blended right in perfect in that group. And then also, like I said, I actually was in a couple of the videos, and so I thought I had it for sure. And then, like I say, they did the rug pull on me. But here's actually a couple of little video clips so you can see. Yeah, just a few seconds there. I couldn't really play the music because, the copyright issue would be a problem. But, that was one of the videos I was in. And then here's a second one. And I really thought I did a great job in this, but like I said, they, got rid of me. I mean, I'm a natural, so I still don't understand the decision. So that put me kind of in a bad mindset. But then I met this girl. She was on a TV show. You probably remember it. It was one that was real popular in the 90s. And then we started dating, and I actually wound up on the red carpet a few times with her. And here's actually a picture of that. Yeah, right there I am. There's Mr. Frugal. I was dating. She was on Friends, if y'all remember that show. Her name's Jennifer. And yeah, we hung out for a while. And then I got kind of tired of her and moved on to another lady named Angelina. I know you probably never heard her. But anyway, that's just some history, back in the day. All right, folks, and that's Ilus today. And some of my history, as a almost famous person. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you liked it, be sure to hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Give the channel a chance. I'd certainly appreciate it. I mean, I could have been big, and here I am. Now I'm on YouTube. Help me out with the subscription. And I hope you did like the content. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.